We're giving some love to our Crystal Edge Mold A today. I got some new low viscosity resin from JDiction and figured that I would try a spiral flower pour technique into it. The colors here are a little bit out of order. For the white, I used 3 drops and 1.35 ounces of resin. For the black, it's Carbon Black by Liquitex. I did 6 drops and 1.01 ounces of resin. I have Rubine Red Acrylic Ink, and I did 5 drops and 1.01 ounces of resin. And then I used 1 drop of Sweet Cherry Resin Ink from Octopus Fluids for the push, which was 1.76 ounces. I started off by putting 1.18 ounces of clear on the bottom. For the resin saying that it was low viscosity, it was pretty thick. My experience with low viscosity resin was it's usually very thin resin. But as you see here, the resin heated up pretty quick. The digital thermometer showing almost 35 degrees, and that was just after I started mixing colors. Whenever I go into a resin pour, I go in with the best intentions of following the recipe. And the recipe for the spiral flower pour comes from Sunfire Designs, and it calls for just drawing circles, or spirals rather, with your colors. But whenever I get bored doing something, I just always adapt and start doing something of my own. So I didn't want a bunch of empty spaces, so I started spiraling in smaller circles, bigger circles. Then I just started doing loops, which is not part of the spiral flower pour, but I figured I would just do it to see what would happen. I also thought the black was a little weak. The recipe calls for 5 drops of the carbon black, and I ended up using 6, and it still looks kind of grayish to me, but I didn't want to go too far away from the recipe. Then I have the Rubine Red, which looks magenta to me. It's not really a true red when you're pouring it. And I started off doing the spirals again, and quickly turn that into smaller loops around the outside edges. Just trying to fill up the area so it wasn't all black or all red. Going up on the edges to fill in the crystal edges a little bit more. Our A mold does not get enough love. It's a great mold, super sparkly crystals. It's more of an oblong shape like our Crystal Edge Mold B is, but this one, for some reason, I don't even pour in that often, so I figured I would start doing some pours in it. And when I'm pouring these colors, I don't scrape the remainder out of the cup. I just throw the cup away. The next step is the Ocean White by Let's Resin. I think I said before 3 drops and 1.35 ounces. And the white always scares me because white can go wrong so easily. But just following the directions for pouring in a spiral till I change it back into loops. For the first time, I measured by volume. I usually measure by weight with my resin, even though directions might state volume. And I had to mix up 3.85 ounces of A and 3.44 ounces of B. But I only used 6.3 ounces in total because that's all this mold holds. There I am doing my smaller circles, again trying not to get the white all in one area, trying to spread it around. This recipe actually calls for a clear push, but I decided to use 1 drop of the Sweet Cherry Resin Ink from Octopus Fluids, just to give it a little bit of color that matched what I was doing. Kevin says pouring this white looks like I was putting topping on cinnamon rolls, but I guarantee I put a lot more topping on cinnamon rolls than I do white in resin. White pigment paste, that is. And there's the clear push. It's just 1 drop of sweet cherry and 1.76 ounces of resin. And this opens up so I can put my glass particles in there. And I always mix my glass up with a little bit of resin just to keep it together. I look forward to trying a few other things with this resin. and as you can see, that's moving pretty fast and closing up. Once it cured, it's time to demold. Wow, that turned out different. It says it's a low viscosity resin, so I'll have to try some other recipes in it. Let us know what you think of the design in the comments below.